and thanks for joining us on the news at 1 p.m. on Nta Lagos Channel 10. I am Joy Ken Abakuya. We begin with a report that the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and federal government workers have demanded urgent review of the national minimum wage, insisting that the current 70,000 naira is no longer sustainable. They made the demand following the bold steps taken by several states across the country to increase the minimum wage of their workers above the 70,000 naira benchmark in response to the prevailing economic realities. Report says the unions insist that the review becomes imminent in view of the galloping inflation, rising costs of food, transportation, housing, and other essential services. It will be recalled that President Bola Tinubu signed the national minimum wage, the new national minimum wage bill, into law in July 2024, raising the minimum wage from 30,000 naira to 70,000 naira. The amended law applies to the entire country, including the federal government, states, local governments, and the private sector. However, on August 27, 2025, Imo State increased the minimum wage from 70,000 naira to 104,000 naira, along with corresponding increases in the entire salary structure for the state's civil servants. On October 16, 2024, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos announced a minimum wage increase of 85,000 with a promise to further raise it to 100,000 naira in 2025. Rivers State equally approved 85,000 naira minimum wage on October 18, 2024, while Bayelsa, Niger, Enugu, and Akwa Ibom states approved 80,000 naira for their workers. Ogun and Delta states are implementing a 77,000 naira minimum wage. Benue and Osun states raised the minimum wage to 75,000 naira, while Ondo State pegged its minimum wage at 73,000 naira. The acting general secretary of the NLC, Benson Opa, says while Labour will continue to pursue dialogue, industrial action may be considered if negotiation fails. In the meantime, workers are enjoined to remain united and active in union activities to strengthen the collective struggle. Moving on, the federal government has appealed to the National Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers, NUPENG, to shelve its planned nationwide strike scheduled for Monday, September 8, 2025, over a dispute with Dangote Group concerning unionization rights of its employees. The Minister of Labour and Employment, Muhammad Megari Danyadi, urged NUPENG and the Nigerian Labour Congress to withdraw the red alert issued to affiliate unions, assuring that the ministry has intervened and convened a conciliation meeting to resolve the matter. Dingyadi emphasized the strategic importance of the petroleum sector to Nigeria's economy, warning that even a day strike would cause huge revenue losses and untold hardship to citizens. Now to issues of finance. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, says lending rates may decline in the coming months as inflation continues to ease. The development is raising hopes for improved access to credit and stronger investment flows in the country. Cardoso gave the assurance during a fireside chat at the European Union Chamber Sea-Level Forum in Lagos. He explained that while headline inflation remains high, it has started to slow down, creating room for possible adjustments in lending rates once price stability is further consolidated. In a statement on Sunday, the CBN reaffirmed its commitment to macroeconomic stability, strengthening the banking sector and positioning Nigeria as a leading investment destination. The bank believes that a stable environment will attract higher levels of corporate lending and investment. Cardoso acknowledged that high lending rates have placed a burden on businesses, but noted that the central bank's immediate focus has been restoring confidence and ensuring resilience in the financial system. We'll take a short break now. More reports when we return. Stay tuned.
open your button.
Hold on, please. Let me calm down.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Hope you've rubbed off your meter.
Oh, Oga, we no longer tamper with our call dispense meter because it is cheating and corruption. I will always sell fuel to all customers at the correct amount because change begins with me.
Nice one.
Yes, sir. How much, Oga?
Fill up.
This message is brought to you by the National Orientation Agency in conjunction with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Are you searching for a space to ignite your creativity? Nta Lagos Channel 10 Studio provides the answer. Our studio is spacious and fully equipped with modern broadcasting equipment suitable for your programs and competitions. For recording and production of kiddies programs, spelling bee competitions, participatory rehearsals, programs and live performances, Nta Lagos Channel 10 Studio provides the ideal environment to bring your vision to life. Our team of professionals are dedicated to help you achieve your goals, provide expert guidance, and support every step of the way. Contact us today to book your session at an affordable and discounted rate and let your creativity shine. For more inquiries, please call the following numbers: 0816-008-7357, 006-286-9030, and 0812-324-5519. Nta Lagos Channel 10 Studio, where creativity meets excellence.
Nta Ch10 Station for Excellence.
Thanks for staying tuned. The importance of communication in achieving productivity, particularly in the workplace, forms the thrust of the 19th inaugural lecture of Yaba College of Technology, Lagos. The lecture held at the Yusuf Grillo Auditorium was themed Communication, Why the Tower Remained Abandoned Heretofore. Oluwabukola Kande reports that the lecture was delivered by the Dean, School of Environmental Studies, Dr. Adeshino Aladeloba.
Communication process is effective project delivery and forward will be waste of material resources.
The role of communication in project planning and execution took center stage at the 19th inaugural lecture of Yaba College of Technology as the Dean of the School of Environmental Studies, Dr. Adeshino Aladeloba, which read the fact that the success of any project is largely determined by the quality of communication adopted at the planning stage.
It's very vital because communication, like you and I now, you must know the rudiments of communication, okay? Because communication process is the intervening variable in between projects, starting the project and performance. And I chose two performances. I chose cost, I chose time first, I chose cost. Because time na money, that was why I sang that song. Time na money. And at the end of the day, if you are able to save time, you will save cost. It's automatic.
He explained that clear communication and effective collaborations are non-negotiable in all fields of human endeavors for success.
For you to understand anything, you must first of all submit yourself. You don't begin to say, I'm a PhD holder, somebody who didn't go to school. No. We are in the period of reverse mentoring. It's not about the title you carry. Forget it. You must be humble enough to learn. So we need reverse mentoring. The young ones can also mentor the senior ones. And that is how we can move. Because it is like talking drum. One side is facing you, another side is facing another person.
It actually made us to realize that when communication breaks down, it affects a lot of things, even in families. That is very, very certain. It's well known by us, but he has been able to now bring it up to, if you look at it very well, in the construction industry, you have different professionals, different experts in their own world, you know. Everybody trying to prove his own area, and if they are not well or properly coordinated, if the communication does not go very well within them, the end result will be very bad.
The lecture themed communication, while the tower remained abandoned heretofore, highlighted the need for institutions and organizations to adopt effective communication strategies for sustainable development. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA.
Following the removal of fuel subsidy announced during his inauguration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu introduced the compressed natural gas initiative as an alternative to petrol and diesel. Again, Oluwabukola Akonde reports that many citizens are yet to fully embrace the program due to low awareness.
9th of May 2023, during his inauguration, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced the removal of fuel subsidy.
The fuel subsidy is gone.
This policy brought the initiative of the presidential compressed natural gas, an alternative to petrol and diesel. The aim was to reduce cost of transportation, lower food prices, and improve the nation's economy. According to experts, CNG is a major step towards improving the Nigerian economy, due to its affordability and safety compared to petrol and diesel.
We know the cost of fuel. It is not steady, going up and down. But at that, it is still between 800 naira and 900 or 950 naira, which is very, very high when you compare that with the cost of 1 SCM of CNG, which costs about 230 naira. I think the benefit is cannot be overemphasized in this case.
If you can sit down comfortably on petrol tank and you are not scared, there's nothing that should make you scared when you are using CNG, because the heat that CNG needed to get explode for any explosion to happen is about 540 degrees centigrade. Meanwhile, petrol is 225 thereabouts. Diesel is about 230 something thereabouts. So that is the more reason why we can install the filling valve in front where it can be generated. If it is not safe, if it is petrol, nobody can try it.
A commercial driver who has embraced the use of CNG vehicles shared his experience.
You can't compare the petrol and the gas. You understand me? Because we use petrol for years. No one can tell me anything about petrol and CNG. It's a lot of benefits.
Experts also emphasized that the presidential compressed natural gas initiative, which is alternative to petrol and diesel, also contributes to the environmental sustainability due to its low carbon emission, which makes it environmental friendly for the populace. In Lagos, Oluwabukola Akonde, NTA News.
And on the foreign scene, reports say the British government is considering using military sites to temporarily house asylum seekers arriving via the English Channel as alternative accommodations in a bid to reduce dependence on hotels and quell growing public discontent. The move came amid mounting criticism over the continued use of hotels to house migrants, as several communities staged protests near hotel sites, with the government facing legal challenges from local authorities and advocacy groups. According to official figures, over 30,000 migrants have crossed the channel since January, a number that has intensified pressure on the government to overhaul the asylum system. In a significant policy development, Interior Minister Shabana Mohamud confirmed that a bilateral agreement with France, which came into force early August, would enable the UK to return some migrants across the channel. The previous Conservative government had already begun proposing 2 disused military bases to accommodate several hundred asylum seekers. The move was met with criticism from migrant support organizations who argued that such facilities are ill-equipped to house vulnerable individuals. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Keir Starmer has vowed to end the use of hotels for migrant housing within the next 4 years. His administration claims progress is already being made, noting that the number of hotels used has been halved compared to last year. And that's the news at this hour. Join us again for the news at 7 p.m. I am Joy Ken Abakuya. Thank you so much for watching.